WG. It is a glorious morning, and we are so grateful to have you here with us. And we have an outstanding panel today. We have Maureen Edwardson, Michael Interstellar, Michael Kraus, and the beautiful Miranda Life Clendening. I'll hand it over to Miranda.
Thank you. I'd love Maureen and both of the Michaels to do a little intro and say where you're coming in from today, and then I'll introduce why we're here.
Well, hi, you said my name first, so it's Vancouver, Canada, White Rock, BC in particular, and just broadcasting from my heart here today. So grateful to be here with everyone. Thank you.
Michael here, and thank you so much. I am coming from beautiful Boca Raton, Florida, and it's an honor to be here.
Good morning, everybody. Grateful to be here in the presence of all those beautiful beings. I'm right now traveling, and I'm on Vancouver Island in Victoria.
That's awesome.
Good.
I'm in Huntington Beach, California, and it's beautiful. Love it.
Yay, so much ocean. I'm jealous. I'm Miranda Clendening, one of the directors of UNIFY, and here today with beautiful, beautiful beings that I love so much. I'm so excited for this morning. With UNIFY, we're doing a monthly meditation on the 22nd of 2022, so 2222 monthly meditation. So we'll start into meditation at 7:22 on 7:22 today at Pacific time. We'll do a little intros on how special this time period is right now and what we're here for, and then Maureen will take us into guided meditation. One of the reasons that we wanted to do this month, and why Maureen is here and why Michael Interstellar is here, we're in a special time period right now, and Michael will explain more about that. But we're also in a time of great awakening and emergence of people coming out of their shell after COVID and after so much world chaos with nobody knowing what was happening with the virus and everything that's been going on. But there's a great awakening now, and people returning to events and returning to the public and coming out with books and courses, and we just see, thousands of people contacting us right now wanting to help with transformation and awakening and energy clearing and transmissions and just knowing what's going on right now and what's going on with our planet. So with UNIFY, we broadcast from millions of people and do global synchronized meditations and bring people together. One of the reasons is to just show the world the beautiful intention and how many people are awake and working for good and love and beauty and health and wholeness and transformation and having your best life possible. And most of our shows are showcasing many different areas of the world that are bringing in leaders talking about all of that and helping people. And this meditation today, Maureen is extremely skilled at doing what she calls inner resonance technologies, helping to clear old patterns and energies. She'll explain more before she does the meditation, but helping to get rid of old codes and blocked channels and open up your fully embodied and opened and awakened and enlightened self. And she's been a beautiful guide and mentor and meditation guide and energy helper for all of us that are on staff at UNIFY and is with us for many of our meditations. So super blessed to have her here. And I'd like to hand it over to Michael Interstellar to, I have known him for maybe 3 years also, and he does such amazing transmissions that are so spot on about what is happening in our cosmos and on our planet, and with all the alignments of energies and what we're needing for upgrades right now, and exactly what to tune into to let go of energies, to upgrade to more energies. I could go on and on about why I tune into his channels on TikTok and Facebook, and every time he speaks, it's like speaks right to my soul about what I need to let go of and tune into, and explains what I feel. Why am I not sleeping, or why am I having constant headaches right now, or whatever it is for that time period. So I'm so glad that you're here with us too, and I'll hand it over to you, Michael.
Thank you so much for the amazing introduction. I'm really grateful for it. Really grateful to be here and to share. And yeah, so I'll just dive right into it because, you know, all of our time, everybody's time is so valuable nowadays. I'm really grateful to share these moments with everyone. You know, over the next coming weeks, as you said, really what is going on right now energetically for this planet, the cosmos, the collective, is this unique kind of period of the many of the kind of butterflies and dragonflies and dragons really starting to fully pop out of their cocoons and their shells here previous to this, you know, this deep period of transformation. A lot of like master nodes kind of in the collective. You know, we have 722 today. 22 is a master number for master nodes. And over coming weeks, what we will see astrologically speaking is Uranus and Mars will be conjuncting the North Node, which is a very, very rare and unique transit. The nodes represent the collective perspective, the collective DNA. They call the nodes the dragon nodes for a reason, is because this is really the DNA of the collective organism, right? So that dragon is the spiraling of the DNA, and Uranus, this planet of cosmic energy, the gamma rays of frequencies that have been going into the beautiful crystalline heart of Mother Gaia, are also at the same time coming down into many of our crystalline cores, our bones, our cells, our marrow. And these high vibrational cosmic rays and frequencies are offering a unique opportunity to really break free and kind of vaporize, if you will, a lot of trauma programming conditioning from the past, and really allowing a lot of our higher dimensional, multidimensional light bodies to really come online. And what does this mean though? What does this mean though on like a human level, right? Because of course these beautiful collective galactic things are incredible. But what does this mean on a more personal human level? Well, it means that a lot of people over coming weeks will really be having opportunities to step into new levels of freedom, of personal sovereign freedom in their lives, really getting in touch with the truth in the heart of what matters on a personal level, on a soul level, very simple truths that lead to their freedom. So really shedding a lot of old kind of complexities, these kind of stagnant energies and identities of our past selves, really getting into the heart and truth of our inner child to co-create a new world together. A lot of what we're going to see are these beautiful kind of pure, humble leaders starting to emerge from the woodwork to kind of anchor in these master nodes, these codes for the collective, so that those newer people that are just now coming online, because there will be, as at least as it's shown to me, a start of these huge kind of waves. You know, some people call them waves of ascension. It's also waves of embodiment though too. Let's keep that in mind, because this opportunity, it wants to be met. It needs to be met in a way where the higher levels, these higher galactic codes, these ascension codes, also need to be anchored and embodied and grounded in on a deep earthly level as well. So what does that mean? It means preparing ourselves energetically as these very high frequency waves of energy come in. Also being mindful to care for our physical bodies, right? Like give ourselves those down times where we have that safe space where we can go and retreat and just kind of be in our little nest and cocoon and come back out and co-create as that beautiful and pure childlike energy, allowing that new sovereign leader to come online and transmit and share what's best for the collective, but also caring for that beautiful inner child that needs its space, it needs its safety, the physical body needs its nurturing, whether that's, you know, electrolytes, water, meditation, barefoot on the soil, being next to the ocean, whatever it is that we have found allows us to integrate these energies on a personal human level while also expanding into these high frequency galactic levels in codes as well, and really being able to kind of surf those waves in a way that is grounded, because that is something that's going to be important to understand. Is with all of these really high frequency vibrational energies coming into the code, or sorry, coming into the heart of Gaia and our bodies, it can be easy to just kind of be overwhelmed and be like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to, oh my God, this is amazing, I want to get channel this energy into something. Yes, okay, that is beautiful. And because so much energy is coming in, it's also good to have those check-ins of like, wait a minute, okay, I don't want to, like, you know, have any accidents, just getting overwhelmed. Check back in, breathe, you know, breathe, anchor that energy into the core of the earth through our feet, through these transmissions of connecting our central column, our central channel down into Gaia's heart, so we can really be conduits, pure conduits for the higher codes, for the heart-centered inner child, and also that motherly energy that takes care of our physical body, our regular daily needs, you know, our kind of 3D selves as well, so that we can really anchored in this full body, full authentic vibration of all that we are, bringing all that we are here into these present moments in a very unique way. So it's really that kind of like whole centered embodiment, and being able to catch and monitor those things to the best of our ability. You know, that's what I'm seeing as kind of this unique opportunity here. And then let's see what we have on time. Just wanting to keep a check in here. See if there's anything else that I want to share before I pass this off. I think that's it. I think that really encapsulates what I wanted to share here today. You know, there will be a lot transpiring, and I think really I want to hand it over to Maureen here, because this is kind of the perfect archetypal encapsulation of the next few weeks, is these high vibrational codes coming in, like I've just shared with you, a lot of energy, a lot of frequency, and then bringing it down into this grounded space where this beautiful divine feminine can help us all to kind of clear and share and shed into this quintessential purity of the truth of all that we are.
Michael, thank you so very much. That was beautiful. That was just beautiful. I want to welcome to the stage Tammy Scarlett. Tammy, welcome. Say hello to everybody. Let them know who you are and where you are tuning in from, and then we will hand it over to Maureen Edwardson.
Oh, thank you so much, Debbie. It's a joy to be here today. I'm so excited in my heart and my being for what we're about to encounter in time and space in this shared space together today. My name is Tammy Scarlett. I'm Executive Director of UNIFY, the World 501c3, and I am tuning in today from the Chicagoland area. But yeah, again, just really overjoyed to be in this space and really ready to participate. I think it's so much the time right now for each of us to be anchored right where we're at and play our part in being anchored and connected in this becoming, this larger becoming that's happening. So the more of us that are participating, the better.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Welcome back, Miranda.
Thank you. We can hand it over to Maureen now. I pop off screen just so we can share to all of our special groups and people that love to tune into our meditations, but so excited to be here.
So, good morning and good day and good evening, wherever you are, whenever you're tuning in to this beautiful unified family. where we're joining our hearts. And we know that complexity is of the intellect and simplicity is of the heart. And so just breathing together, just taking a moment, a couple of moments, just to breathe in and out of our heart center. And I so appreciate your sharing, Michael. It's so important to really be remembering who we are. And I like to think of the heart as being our nodal address in the multiverse, that we're all breathing in and out of our heart centers together. And I love that it's so important to understand that the new grounding of the new earth is actually through our heart. And so I would invite everybody just to, as we're breathing ourselves together, to invite you to breathe from above into your heart center, and then transfer that breath down into the earth, the very, very center of the earth of Mother Gaia. And breathing up from the center of the earth into your heart, and then all the way back up to source. Breathing down into your heart, into the center of Mother Earth, and breathing up into your heart. And so now I invite you to breathe from both directions, from above, from below, below, from below into your heart center, and then out 360. From above and from below into your heart center, out 360. And now let's simplify it even further. Let's just breathe in and out of our heart center. And starting with things that we are appreciating, no matter what's going on in our lives, what's happening around us. There's one thing, usually, at least one thing, that we can be thankful for. And I know that everybody that is joining UNIFY here now, and whenever you do join for the replay, that this is true. This is true of each and every one of us. So as we start, just remembering who we really are. And this is the biggest pandemic, the biggest epidemic, is the concept of separation. It's the biggest misperception. I love how Rumi says, beyond right doing and wrong doing, beyond duality, there is a field, and I'll meet you there. And this is where we're meeting right now, is in the field, in our oneness with UNIFY. I'm so grateful for UNIFY. What great, great work bringing everyone together in our hearts. There's so many offerings. We're all different, so we are attracted by different things, impassioned by different things. And the biggest issue today is freedom. It's our sovereignty. And so we're coming into that time where we're remembering ourselves, we're putting ourselves back together. I heard many years ago that the shift, the great shift of the ages, would be from the duality into the oneness. And that shift comes through a change in perception. So as we remember ourselves as one, that there is no separation, we're all part of each other, that what we do to the least of these, we do to our own selves. And so as we clear the veils, clear the layers, clear the buildup, clear the static on the line to source, as Wayne Dyer would say, as we center ourselves in our hearts, there is no other. This is who we are. This is the fundamental core issue of humanity at this time. The single solution is found in our hearts. And in clearing all of everything that we are not, we automatically align and activate our grandest selves beyond measure, our super being selves, with access to more, as Jesus put it in those old days, that all of everything that he did, that all the great masters did, we would also do and more, because we're waking up to the truth of who we are. So back into your breath, just breathing in and out of your heart center, remembering the truth of who you are as one. As spiritual beings having a physical experience, really claiming that, really knowing that in this moment. And inviting all of your guides and angels, all of your spiritual team. They love to be invited. They know who they are. To travel this journey actively with us in each breath. And just saying yes and thank you to who we truly are and to what we have access to, what we're part of in that grander, greater self where there is no separation. Just taking a breath. And this is an in-body experience, as Michael so brilliantly made us aware and helped us remember. This is a time for integrating of our spiritual selves into the physical so that we can shapeshift our realities in the new earth. So noticing where your body is touching the world around you and knowing, without a lot of information, trusting that your body is a miracle machine. It's no dullard. It's no laggard. It's an instant responder. It's a quantum machine. So conditioning, pain, trauma contracts us, shuts us down so that we're not operating at full potential or misidentifying with our stuff. Guess what? We are not our crap magnet. So let us remember and switch on this incredible miracle machine, this quantum computer that we're operating from. And the operative words, just play along with me, are switch on body. And I'm going to count to 3 because even though we are all in diverse places and all coming in at diverse times, we have a collective voice. So let's use it together. I'm going to count to 3 and let's say the word switch on body. 1, 2, 3. Switch on body. Yay! Here we are, all switched on already, all in that space and place beyond time in our quantum selves. So now we're at the command center, believe it or not. We are commanders. We are sovereign. Our grandest self already is within. So allowing anything and everything that interferes with that covers that over, that creates static so we can't hear the truth of who we truly are, is up for shift. Shift happens and it happens here now. So allowing all unresolved issues that are no longer relevant, no longer needed to drag us forward, are being allowed as we choose. We are the choosers, we are the commanders, we are choosing all unresolved issues, known and unknown, no longer relevant, no longer necessary, that unnecessarily interfere with who we are and how we feel physically, emotionally, mentally all the old programs, all the old conditioning, all the old stories, all the misperceptions. It's time to clear, time to neutralize all the static so that we can be the spiritual beings in oneness, so that we can be abundant financially in every way of our life, so that we can have harmonic relationships. Everything's connected with everything else, and especially that relationship with us and our greatest selves and source and the universe, whatever we believe that greater consciousness is, whatever name we want to put on that. We are that. We are breathing our portion in as that, remembering ourselves as that. And so we're including all levels of memory to be cleared, to be brought into coherent alignment and congruency here at this time. Your whole life, every microsecond of your life, going all the way back to when you popped into the world, all the time you swam around inside, drinking up all of your mother's programs and soups, all of the experiences, and through her, all your genetic codes, all your ancestral memory of all your DNA going all the way back to the beginning of time. And then all soul memory, past, present, which we're told scientifically includes parallel and concurrent realities, and the future. So let's bring all of that, including our future selves, our evolutionary selves, into this fresh moment, free and clear of all of it, so that we get to choose again from that place of inspiration and connection and creativity and our essence, our grandest selves, activated. And then the memory of the whole planet, collective memory. We're physically one with each other by breathing, because we have molecules of memory in that recycled atmosphere that we've all shared with all of life since the beginning of time. And then, of course, there's the galactic memory and the cosmic field of consciousness. We are vast beyond vast. So just breathing, taking another conscious breath in and out of your crystalline center of your heart. That is the crystalline light body that's centered in our hearts. So as we breathe in 360, breathe in the love of all of consciousness into our crystalline hearts, and we breathe our light out, guess what? We breathe out rainbows. We breathe out light, we breathe out love. And as we breathe out, all the shadows just disappear. All that is not love melts, automatically dissolves. There's nothing to do and everything to allow. What a concept. And so just being present with your breath and allowing all of your multidimensional selves to be coherently realigned around a whole new expression of the greatest truth of who we really are. Free, sovereign, with gifts that are automatically emerging and burgeoning forth in this full season. Just breathing in and out of your heart center, in and out of your crystalline heart center, with your I am presence fully engaged, because that's all of the truth and only the truth. So help me God. And allowing your next level of expression of the greater truth of who you are in complete and full health. People have healed broken bones in 10 minutes during this protocol. We all have the program. And now it's all at the ready, all opened up for whatever it is our greatest good here now, and the greatest good for all, because we are all part of the wholeness. And so as we shift and as we allow everything that's not who we are to be dissolved and neutralized, we automatically rise up into our next level of expression, where all is well, where we know all is well. And we're passionately on service in great harmonious collaborations. How wonderful, especially knowing this after all of the perceived separation of COVID that allowed more of us to come together than ever before. All is well. And so are you choosing to allow this next level of the full expression of your greatest self to unfold in the safest and most appropriate way for you and all concerned at all times? A hint, the answer is yes. And if it were possible, would you choose greater ease and gentleness in how all this rolls out than you ever have experienced or perhaps even think is possible? Are you willing to open that possibility? Yes. And are you also allowing effortless grace to guide the way to instant and permanent shift for what is no longer relevant, for whatever is unnecessary to drag forward? That's ready. That's ready at this time. That's a key point, isn't it? And we're asking all of it that's no longer relevant to be ready. Yes. Just breathing in and out of your crystalline heart center with the love and the light that you are, connected and part of all in unity consciousness, in the oneness. And are you allowing whatever isn't quite ready? Because we're on a journey too. And we're just allowing now at a deeper level to trust that everything is unfolding in its own time, in its own way, in the bigger picture that we don't have yet. Where we get opportunities to practice our mastery and come back faster and faster and easier into balance, into that center of our crystalline heart centers. Just breathing, just being present. And are you choosing to allow the part of you that's saying yes to all of this, saying yes to your higher self, your greatest self, your grandest self, fully expressed to be here now? Yes, that's where the fun really begins. Yes. And are you allowing the part of you that's really ready for all of this to be more of yourself than ever before, to also be in charge? And here's a big question. Are you choosing to allow the part of you that's open to something different being possible in a different way than you may yet have ever experienced? One with instant, effortless grace. Wow, what a concept. With all the struggle. Here now, it's available for the choosing. Just say yes. And one last question, and that is, are you choosing to allow your superconscious level, your greatest self, to be in charge in that great mystery beyond our conscious mind's need to think or do or make anything happen. What a concept. And here's another one that's really an extreme thought. What if your body was free just to be blissed out and everything got shifted in the background of your consciousness, beyond your conscious mind, beyond your body's need to process or act anything out? Because remember what dear Bruce Lipton teaches, that we're all out of our minds. So let's take that and allow the field to be neutralized and cleared so that all of the painful pokes are just totally neutralized. And we get just to show up with a smile on our face and a song in our heart with gratitude leading the way. So while all this is happening in the background, as you say yes to all of this, that's all the hard work, believe it or not. You just get to bliss out somewhere. And we are in that place of timelessness, beyond time, beyond space, and our quantum reality of the truth of who we really are, breathing in and out of our crystalline hearts, knowing that everything is getting shifted, that no longer has any relevance, any useful, positive purpose of any kind on any level of our being. And we're not the judge of that. Our superconscious, our higher self, that knows who we truly are and knows what we're really ready for, is at work in the background. We've pushed enter on the super duper defrag antiviral program. So now we can just drift away on virtual vacation somewhere. And in our unified presence, I would invite you to also take these moments of freedom in your sovereignty to create heaven on earth, to see and feel what we're choosing to co-create, to collaborate. And I call those eights, especially as we're coming up to the 8-8, the Lion's Gate, August the 8th. And these days that Michael spoke so eloquently to really be present. So being present here now, as you vision and dream of the world that we would imagine, that we would create together. Is there life after life? Absolutely. We are co-creating it, and we're going to be living it in an integrated wholeness in this reality. Oh, yeah. And so just feeling and drifting and noticing how quickly and how profoundly this energy has taken you into a deep dive of the core of the truth of who you truly are. And vibrate with that, notice that. Allow yourself to become aware of that. This is what I call the chemistry of wholeness and the frequency of freedom to be more of yourself than ever before. Inspired, creative, connected, trusting, all of your superpowers with compassion, understanding, tolerance, allowing. And I would invite you to choose a spot somewhere on your body, because this is an in-body lifetime that we are integrating with spirit here. Choosing a spot, maybe it's your heart, maybe it's your finger, thumb, could be anywhere that you can do to reactivate. We're going to anchor in these energies of wholeness and freedom and sovereignty and oneness. So as you have your spot, touch it. And we're inviting all levels of consciousness to notice and to use this touch and this breath as a reactivation point of this end result chemistry and frequency of wholeness and grandest self incarnate. And so I guide you now through 5 deeper breaths that really anchors in the new program. So just breathing in while you're touching your spot and filling yourself up with gratitude with every breath. And then just breathing out and just letting your hand drop or your tongue on the roof of your mouth, wherever you're putting it. And the second breath in as you're breathing in gratitude. And breathing out, letting go. And third breath, just breathing in the love. And breathing out, letting go. I think we're on 4, breathing in 4. Just all the appreciation. And breathing out, just letting go. And the 5th breath in, just breathing in and touching your spot. And breathing out, just letting go. And so now you have installed an icon on your desktop of your supercomputer that gives you instant access, not only to end result meditation, end result presence, end result connection, end result greater choice, but it also clears in that moment anything and everything in your entire cosmic self to bring you into this next level of effortless expression of the greater truth of who you are. And so I invite you to have a new habit that before sleeping, when you wake up, even a single touch breath, you don't need to do 5. 5 is a program, but do whatever you choose because there are no rules. It's your choice. Sometimes you'll be in the middle of the day and something like life will happen. So even if you don't remember right away to do your touch breath, when you do remember there is no time. So it goes back in time and forward in time, here now, to shift and give opportunity to anything and everything in the background that wants to be preemptively shifted into that wholeness here now. And then anytime you get triggered, as I was just talking about, and anytime you see something really beautiful, or you have a great hug, or you see a beautiful rainbow, like we did earlier when we were waiting to come live with you. Miranda had this beautiful rainbow in her third eye, just all over her forehead, just effortlessly. Yeah. So anytime we have something really beautiful happen, success, or we're just feeling that loving feeling, sniff a rose, just add that in. Because we're strengthening on that all the time. Be still and know I am. Blessings and thank you.
Thank you so much, Maureen. That was beautiful. And for the audience, please let us know how that has resonated with you and any other comments or questions that you might have in the chat. And I would like to hear a word from Michael Kraus.
Well, thank you, Michael, for your introduction, and thank you for Maureen. You always have to fasten your seatbelts when it gets to Maureen's meditations. What I would like to share and offer is you were talking about gratitude, and as I was traveling yesterday through to come here to Vancouver Island, I was traveling through Vancouver, and I was in a neighborhood that I'm fairly familiar with, that I lived for a long time. And at some point, I heard a name, and it said Michael. And I looked around, and it was somebody that I wanted, that I admired for many, many years, that I have the highest respect for, that I tried to reach out through the last couple of years a couple of times over the phone and never really got an answer. And he showed up yesterday, and it filled my heart to an extent to first of all see that he's well, that he's happy, that he's alive. Um, but more so, it was the the, the the gratefulness also came realizing the answer from the universe. So it was that personal connection that I was ecstatic about, to see that person, but I also recognized that this was a message from the universe, which accelerated and expedited this whole experience even more. And I carried this with me throughout the day. And from there, it was almost like a vortex spiraling the experiences that I had with then other people, other situations, other circumstances, until the end of the evening, until I met a group of amazing, amazing individuals. And holding what I'm trying to bring across is, once you have that experience of the higher power of the universe and how they work in terms of perhaps miracles, keep that within you. Hold on to that, and know that it's there, and work with that. And it can be a little miracle, because I don't believe that there are large miracles. They're all a connection of small miracles. But keep that with you, and know that you're in the field, and know that that this connection is always working through you. And again, thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Michael. It's always like I'm so blessed to be doing what I'm doing on a daily basis with the people that I'm working with, and um, I feel so much gratitude and love for all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, thank you, Michael Krause, for sharing exactly in illustration what I was talking about at the end, that when you have those experiences, have the mindfulness, or even now, if you didn't then, you can do it now, and add that into your touch breath right now, because then that adds in the chemistry of miracles to be accessible to you on an ongoing basis every day. It just increases the odds, so to speak. It invites it in a greater frequency.
That's beautiful. I want to thank the audience. You're really giving us some beautiful words. Thank you, Yasmin. I'm glad that you found it perfect. That's wonderful. And Diane, we're so glad you feel better. And Margie, gratitude and blessings to you. And for everyone else that is posting their comments, we see you. Gratitude, my favorite word in the world. I love the G vibe. That is our gratitude vibe. And the mix of gratitude and love, I call it loveitude. It's our attitude. And I want to thank you, Michael, and thank you, Maureen, and thank you, Michael Krause, and thank you, Miranda and Tammy and UNIFY for putting this together so that we can all join together in this moment of deep, radical, awesome appreciation. Because that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Joy. And it's not bypassing, it's not anything. It's taking a moment and being here in the now, being here right now, where you're at, feeling your hands, feeling your body, and just saying thank you. Thank you. Not looking at anything outside. Yeah, I think some little hug bugs would be good. Let's give a hug to love all into ourselves. We are going into the weekend. We are going into the weekend, and I am so excited about it. I cannot wait tomorrow morning, by the way, everybody, we will be live with UNIFY Women Rising. Pam Osley will be on, and we will be talking all about quantum shifting, breaking out of the matrix, and your aura colors. She's phenomenal. So I highly encourage you to show up for that. I want to recognize Angela. Thank you. We are so grateful to you too, and you are sparkly. Look at Miranda; she's sparkling. But Miranda's like unicorn. So beautiful, great. Oh, we just did that. Okay, so we're double sparkling. And Charity, thank you all the way from across the pond. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you. Thank you. We love you guys so very much. I'm going to hand this over back to Miranda, and then one more to Michael, because I'd like to get a last word from Michael and Stellar as well. Miranda.
Yeah, I loved that, Maureen. Thank you so much. And it's always amazing to me how simple and beautiful you make it. And then I always remember, like, I'm in such a complex world so much of the time with things that we deal with in so many conversations and all of that. And you don't even realize how much things build up and then get held in your body and your energy channels and everything. And when I'm with you, you do have a superpower of helping me remember how simple it is to surrender and let go and just open back up to source and spirit, and why we meditate and how beautiful and blissful it can be, and that being out of our minds is incredible.
We're in our right mind.
Yeah. So thank you. As always, I feel amazing after that, and just so many visions. When we do those meditations, I just feel so much sparkly life energy, and I see like a whole toroid of connection of life, and see the animals and the birds and the trees and nature connecting to all of us human beings, and all of us are butterflies and flowers, and seeing each other and waking up. And it's just beautiful. It's beautiful to be in a surrendered and blissful space, and in a space where you don't have to be in any worry or stress about what we need to do today or any of it. Just being in centeredness, wholeness, light, love, all the energy. So thank you so much. And Michael, Interstellar, I would love to hear what you experienced in the meditation and any other transmission that you have for us as we head into our beautiful day.
Sure. Thank you so much. Yeah. Really, my experience, I'll just kind of wrap it all into one thing. So my experience was encapsulated in what Michael shared. And Michael, to me, your experience, what you were sharing, was really at the heart of it, was about being seen, right? But being seen by God, being seen by the universe. And as we move further into the Lion's Gate, what I've clearly been shown many times is that the Lion's Gate is about a fulfillment of a ancient prophecy. And that prophecy is the birth of many star seeds here on this planet. You can use different terms for it, but I love the term star seeds because we all in our hearts have the memory and frequency of our inner star seed, that frequency, that touch point that Maureen pointed out. It's as we birth into the Aquarian age, we're going into a time where creation and life is about frequency. I call it the queen seas, sailing the frequencies. And we are all here to be heard and to be seen. That's what I find in all my client sessions, that really it generally just comes down to an aspect of the being wanting to be seen or wanting to be heard. which are the masculine and feminine. The feminine is that herd, it's the vibration, it's the sound, it's the feeling, and the masculine is that light, it's its essence being seen. And what we are stepping into on this planet is the birth of the collective star seed, right? All this collective consciousness of a unified star birthing here on this planet together, the co-creation of this frequency of our light and our love and our joy shining. And that's what I felt in that meditation too, is the ability to be present like that seed, like that star, like that frequency, and just be, because that's what stars do, right? Stars, which we all are, take that sensation of embodiment, of feeling, of hearing everything around us, and then shining and being heard. And that's what it's all about.
Thank you. Such a beautiful gathering this morning. Audience, you have been outstanding. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for stepping into this beautiful container that UNIFY has made possible for all of us. I'd like to thank UNIFY. If you haven't liked the page and went over to unify.org to sign up for the mailing list, please do. Please do. So without further ado, I think that we are complete. Does anyone else have anything left that they'd like to say? No?
Just thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys rock my world. We're going into the weekend like freaking star baby rock stars. Woo,
And-
woo.
Yeah.
Raise that vibe. Woo, woo. We're raising the vibration on the planet just by being here together and deciding it.
You can feel it. You can feel
Yes. And
Yeah,
isn't there
isn't it great?
isn't there a party going on tonight, Miranda?
Yeah, I was going to say that too. Queen Diambe of the Congo is coming in with Master Shah, a Tao Grand Master, and doing a concert for quantum healing tonight. So, yes, please join us. That's at 5 p.m. Tonight on UNIFY, and it'll be an amazing experience. I think I've never seen the two of them together, but it'll be quite the experience. So join us 5 p.m. Pacific time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern time, and everywhere in between and all around the world. So see you at that time, and love all of you. Thank you.
Thank
all.
you so